Okay, so I had to ask in the group if I could put regular tap water in, and of course they said no, it needs to be distilled, and that's because you don't want any fungus or whatever, and all that stuff, algae growing in your I've been organizing some apparatus, but in your chiller. So that's what I went to the store and got about 6 of these, and I may need a few more, I'm not sure, of distilled water. Very cheap, like 99 cents or something for this. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. So okay, so I went and got a funnel. This is the biggest funnel I have, unfortunately, and I'm just gonna start filling this baby up. Thingy, whatever it is, sorry. Remember, I'm a complete noob at this, so I may not be wording things right. As I move along, I'm sure I'll get better at it, but this is just kind of my vlog on my journey into starting this, so hopefully it'll help others as they're getting started as well. So I'm gonna hook these up now. Okay, now I'm ready to hook up the water hoses on the chiller to the laser. Here are the 2 hoses they give you. So you've got to put, according to their instructional video, you got to put one on the inlet. They come with these little caps on them. I guess we just pop those off. Get it on there. All right. And you just gotta work it on and make sure you push it far back, I would assume, as much as possible. All right, that looks like that's on there pretty good. I'm gonna do the same for the outlet. All right, so now we have our 2 other hooks, 2 other ends of the hoses that are gonna go to the back of the laser. Okay, so the outlet hose is gonna go to the water end on the back of the laser. All right, so it goes to the water end. So we gotta make sure we get it on there good. I'm not sure if you guys can see or not. And it's not working. You'll have to push on it and work it in there. And just push it all the way back. All right, So we got that one hooked up. Okay, and the one that says inlet on the back of your chiller goes to water out, which is going to be the bottom one. All right, so we got those hooked up. All right, and last we have to take this signal cable and plug it into right there. And then also on the back of the chiller. And according to Boss, they say if you do not do this, the laser will not fire. So the four port, there's one with 3, and then there's one with 4. So the 4 is going to go to the back of the laser, and just screw it up and tighten it in good. And then the same 4 goes, the 3 port is going to go back to the back of the chiller. I think it goes right here. There we go. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, so just bear with me here. And it's not going. What did I do wrong? There we go. This is what happens when you leave it to a female. Okay, so we got those plugged in. All right, so next we got to take your power cable and you're going to hook it up. They give you a super long one. I mean, it's extremely long. I won't need that much. And I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in to this 3-way heavy duty thing I got here. All right, I won't ever leave my laser plugged in, so I'll be unplugging this orange piece when I'm done at night or during the day. All right, so we are finished with setting up the chiller. Now we're gonna move on to the air compressor. Okay, so the air compressor tank, you'll see this solid black tube. I already hooked up the tube to the back of the laser, and I'll get a close-up of that for you in a minute. This will be attached to the compressor at the top in a Ziploc baggie. You need to put this on. So you're gonna just plug the tube right in there and push it in. And then you're just gonna plug it to one of the outlets right here. I'm just gonna go with this one right here. And you're gonna turn it, I'm assuming. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna take it out. Okay, so the compressor pump comes with 2 of these, one here, this gold one, and one here. I had to take it off and to plug this in. Took me a minute to figure that out, I'm not gonna lie. And then you plug it in to where it says air in right there. All right, so we've got the compressor hooked up to the back of the laser. Okay, and I just want to add that Boss really needs to update their videos because the compressor that you get doesn't look anything like this. So here's their video, and this is what they're going to tell you.
Screw on the nozzle to the air compressor and attach the hose to the air in on your machine.
Okay, so a couple things that had me confused. Number 1, it's not a clear hose. They didn't give you another clear hose, so don't be looking for that. That they're saying to plug into the air in. So it's a black, and it's a lot thinner. It's a black hose, and it's a lot thinner. And so we'll continue on.
You can turn it off if you're working with material that doesn't burn, such as anodized aluminum.
And another thing, they the back of the compressor is completely different too. So, and their instructions wasn't very thorough either, or maybe I was missing it. I don't know, but I think I figured it out on my own. Now we're gonna move on to the vent airflow setup.
The side port on the exhaust fan goes to the back of your machine.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna get started on that. All right, so I guess it's time to unhook these hoses, unpackage them. They come in long packaging like this. Okay, so I hooked up the vent hose to the to that black thingy. I forgot what it's called. The clamps are in your toolbox. I do remember seeing them, but I couldn't. I do remember seeing them when I first opened my toolbox, but forgot that they were in there. So they did include those. So we need to put the clamps on. So I've just wasted 20 minutes of my life, maybe longer, on trying to figure out where to hook up the exhaust hose on my laser. Okay. So the instructions in their manual lead you to believe that you'd be hooking it up on the right side of the unit. Am I not correct? I mean, look at the little thing that goes out, which matches that. So that would be the right side and makes you think that it should go there. But if you look, there's no exhaust. The top is simply for you to insert your media, whatever you're wanting to laser. And their video, this is what they say in the video.
The top port is pulling exhaust from above your material, the bottom pulls from below. If you're mostly engraving, the top port is preferred. If you're mostly cutting, the bottom port is preferred. If you want to run both, you will need to get an extra 6-inch exhaust hose and a Y connector. Do not plug your blower into the back.
Okay, so I do want to do both, and I just wasted another 30 minutes of my life going to Home Depot to see if I could find the Y connector, which I did, but I didn't find the exact tubing, which could be used as dryer tubing right there. I should have just got that, and I was kicking myself after I saw the video. That's what I should have got. But I was looking for the black tubing, so kind of what they sent. But I'm glad that I didn't, because it kind of worked out in my favor, because after being on the hunt for so long and trying to find where you hook it up, I think it's important to show you guys that, and I'm going to go around and show you guys what's all in all these compartments later after I get it hooked up. There is only the connector that you hook it up to on the unit itself, and that's this unit. I don't know what the others look like, but there's only one. Remember when they said top and bottom? There is no top and bottom. There's one. I've looked all over and I don't see another. So I posted in the group about where to buy the extra tubing and the Y connector, so I'm sure somebody's gonna come back and say that I probably don't need it. Well, this is why. I couldn't find this. So now I'm gonna hook this up here right now. Okay, I got the hose connected underneath there. I'm hoping you guys can see. With the vent hose clamps. And I've got it over here on this side. And on that side is where I'm gonna vent out of the garage. We're just gonna open the door and let the vent hang out there, and hopefully that'll be good enough for now. I'm not quite sure. I'm taking this day by day, step by step. Now, one thing's for sure. I immediately plugged it in just so I could give it power, but it turned itself on, and I can't find a power switch on this, so, which is weird. So, I'm gonna have to research that. I'm not sure if this will be the best option. I would like for there to be a power switch on it so I can leave it plugged in, but we'll see. All right, so I've got that set up. So now we're gonna move on to the next phase. I'm gonna move it around. I wanted to show you guys real quick what each compartment held in it. So on the back of the unit is your laser tube. All right. And these, you get plenty of keys for all these. I'm not gonna worry about locking it for now. This is just another place for you to put in media. All right. You got these all the way around. This one on the back is it looks like where your components. Let me turn on my flash here, my phone, so I don't have to keep doing that. These are the handles that go on the door. I did not know that, so I had to ask. It doesn't say anything about it in the manual that I could find. So basically, we're just going to unscrew this nut, and I guess you want to be careful. Whoops. And keep the washers in the order that they're supposed to be in, like that. I'm gonna do the same for the other side. All right, so it goes right here. And I'm assuming they gave you 2 of these, but it's not tight enough. It doesn't fit in there correctly. So I'm gonna have to find another one. Bear with me. Did I get the right size though? I did. All right, so luckily my husband has these, and it looks like it's a 6mm is what you're gonna need if you want to tighten this on here good. And now we have a handle for your lid. All right. So we have the handle for the lid. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I guess I'm gonna need to fire this baby up. Another thing is I tighten down the feet on the back. Show you. And you lock the wheels. I tighten the feet on the front, but I haven't done the back. So I'm gonna have to crawl back there somehow. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see if my husband will put this on the wall for me so we can scoot it more down. But if not, that's how it's gonna stay until, and then when in use, I'll just push it out the garage door. I'm gonna put all these back there. This compressor is extremely loud, and that's what they said. You know, I've been getting reports about that. So I may be looking at getting into another compressor. I'm not sure. I can tell you that while at Home Depot tonight, I saw the same exact compressor there, and it's worth $200. So, you know, if you want to sell this, if this is what they get, and then you want to sell it, and then use the money towards getting a more quieter compressor, I'm sure we could do that. So, okay. Okay, so I'm finished hooking everything up. Approximately, I would say it took me an hour and a half. And it's probably because their videos and their manual are not quite as descriptive as I would have liked them to be. But not bad either. So remember, for anybody who is familiar with this, which I'm assuming most people are, who want to get into the laser world, go with Boss because of the pricing versus the other brands. You know, you're probably not going to be as familiar on how to set this stuff up. I know I certainly wasn't. Black hands. So the next thing is going to be running power. I've got everything hooked up, and so we're gonna see if it will go with power on these, on this where I have it hooked up now. If it's not, then I'm possibly gonna have to have my husband add a breaker or something, which can be done. So another thing I wanted to go over real quick before I go is I'd asked in the groups, about fire extinguishers. We've got a normal size fire extinguisher that my husband keeps right over there. Somebody had recommended these. I got these off of Amazon, and they were fairly, number one, it had really good reviews from people who had to actually use them regarding fires. So it was 2 for $24. I went ahead and bought 4 because I was reading the reviews about how it helped with kitchen fires and barbecue fires. And so with me having 2 teenagers in the house, I thought, and they cook, couldn't hurt to have a few of these lying around. So I'm keeping 3 out here. They also said because during the event of the fire, it could feel, you know, somebody could feel stressed and not know which way to point. Now, to me, your finger just knows that it feels right. It's a slant. But somebody recommended that you put an arrow on which way to point, so I've done that. So again, I got these and I'm ready. So I think the next video will be on actually firing this baby up. I'm not gonna do that tonight because I'm alone with one of my kids and my husband's out fishing, like I said before, yay. But so I will wait till he's here tomorrow in the event something, you know, doesn't go right, so I have him as backup. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope my goal is by vlogging this is to, you know, help somebody else with some questions and make them feel comfortable on the setup process. I'm a female. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.